Welcome everybody as we enter this nice game. We're going to be watching Zerg, who is also known as IM.Horror. Very strong, incredible miracle Zerg player. He's going to be the red player on the left, going up against FXO.Tree, also known as BC Core, and that's what the account that he's playing on right now for the North American server. And we're going to be seeing these players duke it out in possibly the final game. Right now, Tree is in a little bit of a rough position. He is down in this series. He is actually down 1-2 and a best of 5. So right now, Horror is sitting on match point for both of these games. Well, theoretically, both of the games. If he wins the entire tournament and will take home the prize money for this Zotac Cup. But as of right now, these players are looking to be in a very interesting position because of these spawning positions. We've got a completely cross-map GSL Terminus SE. And if that's not macro, I don't know what is. You've got a special change. You actually now have the in-base third returned once again. This map has had so many changes concerning this third base. For a while it was 5 minerals and the 1 gas. You had the in-base thing completely fine, no disruptive debris. Then you had the rocks, and then you had the same thing going on there. But then now you have this, where you have the disruptive debris, the full resources, and no rocks. This map gets changed so much. There's GSL Terminus RE, SE, I'm assuming it's special edition. I don't really know what else the SE could possibly stand for, but right now we have the refinery being made. Corn is just going to go ahead and continue working on his normal things. But now we have Horror going to go ahead and get out his hatchery first, very standard on this map. I think I've actually seen one person go for like 3 hatches before a pool, but that was just silly, and I don't think it worked out so well. Still, this map is so long that if anybody delays scouting, it could really be a rough position. But we do see that Horror is getting down his spawning pool. And a big thing to note about this map with this third base being completely enclosed is that we can once again see Terrans going for that very fast 3 base. This is going to be a reference from a while ago, but if any of you ever saw the Clash of the Titans show match between Jinro and Idra, the way Jinro played on this map was so good. He got an incredibly fast third and just completely out-macroed Idra very handily. And he got a bunch of Thors. He basically went mech, essentially. And it was incredibly effective. I'm kind of wanting to see more Terrans do that on this map, and now that this is back to being an in-base third without those rocks, you can really do that as long as you can take down this debris in order to really get that going. Right now, Horror is just moving forward, continuing to scout. He's got his natural up, he's got his main up, now getting his first gas, and he's in a very fast Roach Warren. This may just be a standard way to defend against roaches and move in, do a little bit of damage maybe, and try and just punish any greedy Terrans. It has worked. He did get a fair bit of kills in that first game, that last game on Tal'Darim, where he was able to get a good solid 5 or 6 early SCV kills that really helped him in the late game, considering that it was just such a delay to that Terran economy. He was able to drone up a lot, keep Terran inside his base, and it was very good stuff. So the barracks is working down, command center is making its way, factory is getting on top of a tech lab very quickly. Blue Flame Hellions perhaps, siege tanks, very fast siege tanks perhaps. There are a good sort of possibilities. So, command center is working down. And this one SCV is moving down to the bottom of that ramp. Let's need to go, there we go, we do see the liftoff over there. So, we got the queen here, the natural, ready to go ahead and vomit some larvae. We got roaches, we got lynx on the field. No lair, no third base, but we do have more drones on the way. Right now the worker count is just 20 to 22 in favor of the Terran. But we are seeing Blue Flame Hellions being made. Very fast Blue Flame Hellions. Another factory is going down. Oh, we're going to see a whole lot of Hellions be coming in. Looks like Tree's going to try and catch Horror off guard by going for a ton of Blue Flame Hellions and just pushing in just to deal tons and tons of damage. Which is perfectly fine. Oh, wait, never mind, when switching to siege tanks. Okay, he may be going mech. That's what it kind of seems like, the Hellions and the siege tanks, but still we're going to have a few, these first 3 roaches moving forward. I'm not going to do much. The Marines will be able to siege, essentially siege these guys. We could be seeing the targeting down of those SCVs. These are very resilient, They're resilient roaches. They can take a lot of damage, but the bunker finishes, and that's the end of their little bits of aggression. But none of them died. They didn't really get to kill that much, if anything. You can see there's literally been one unit killed by Tree this entire game, 2 killed by Horror, none of them being workers. But now there's 1 siege tank and push forward. Maybe get 1 roach kill. 1 roach kill does happen, so that's actually a successful siege tank. Can easily get repaired and it'll be back to 100% efficiency. But a Hellion is being made, and actually, you know what? That may have just been a duping siege tank, because now Horror may just assume that we're going to have a lot of siege tanks going down for an early push or something, when in fact we're going to have a bunch of Blue Flame Hellions being made and pushing forward. Zerg speed has completed, so that is going to be okay and helping defend. But right now we see the third base wants to be taken right now. This is a great early third base map. We can see the Hellions are pushing forward. Looks like they were spotted by Horror. He's going to go ahead and be oh yeah, look at that. He's immediately pulling back all those drones. They're going to spread it. We're going to see a line. Oh, those drones could have been taken out. But still, looks like if those really didn't do that much damage. Like at all. A lot of drones. Holy God, what is the drone count right now? 52 drones to 31 SCVs. That is not good for FXO.Tree. FXO.Tree needs to have a lot more money. I was debating whether or not to do that in like a sing-song, rhymey voice, but I figured that would be much kinder if I didn't do that. So you guys can thank me for being kind to your ears, because you don't want to hear me trying to be witty. It ends badly. I mean, I use this myself, but I don't know how many other people it'll actually amuse. But still, I'm happy with this whole thing. And running around, we've got a nice hatchery being once again at that choke. But this third has got to go down soon. Horror really needs to get that going right now. He's pulling back his units to the Hellion drop that's here in the main base. We've got the Spire that is being made, being seen and scouted. But Tree is not able to do that much damage. He's not really killed that many, if any, real drones. You can see literally the only worker kill that's happened has been Horrors. Right now, Tree does not have any command centers on the way. He's just got a starport with a tech lab on. Did he actually use that for anything? I don't think so. He just had that 1 medevac, but no Raven, nothing like that. No Banshee. He's got a lot of money, like a lot, almost 1,000 minerals and 700 gas. Not quite sure what he's waiting for. There we have 1 Thor going down, Hellions, and he's really going mech right now. He's going to go ahead and really work on channeling Goody, which is funny because he's even the purple color, and that's Goody's color. We're going to see that this base will go ahead, so we can work on taking down once again. This 1 Hellion is pushing forward. Purple's kind of hard to see on the mini-map, unfortunately. You get those vision things and everything. But still, right now we can see Hellions are actually controlling most of those watchtowers. 1 laying at that guy, but Hellions are controlling those 2, or at least not anymore that one. But now they're moving forward, going to do some damage. Going to take out 1 creep tumor. Yes, the creep tumor does not get cancelled. We're going to have this Hellion go ahead and take out that Ling quite easily. Do we have a third out of... I'm surprised you don't have a third out from Corn. You could easily use these units to take down those rocks, get the third, even just like try and take that as his base. But the third has now been taken by Horror so much later than I really think he would have benefited from. Unfortunately for him, he is doing a good job of getting a ton of drones out, so he can immediately saturate the second he actually gets that third up. He's going to be above 70 drones in a moment or two. So now we've got a lot of units here. We can see repair happening on those siege tanks and the medevacs, which is a very, very nice move to do. Now we're going to have, oh, the Thor is just, there we go, now turning around to take shots off on those mules. We're going to see the missile turrets getting nice fires off as well. We're going to see maybe, actually, never mind, not even a single SCV gets killed. So very unsuccessful harassment from these mutants. They just take a lot of hits, which is going to harm their ability to be useful later on. But still, 3 Thors are out. What they did, though, was scout the mech. That's very important, to scout that mech. There's an armory down here. It's getting that vehicle weapons, which is oh so important to having strong mech units. We can see that this base finishes, and we're going to have so many drones mined down here immediately. Plus, the income just skyrockets for Horror, as he's going to be able to bring in that entire saturation to complete Oh my god, the amount of drones that he just put there. Look at that. Way overly saturated. You can see the main, I guess, is saturated just enough. Same with the natural. The natural can actually use a few more drones. He doesn't even have 16. There we go. I think he realized how many he has. Sends more. And a double expansion. I like these double expands by Horror. They're very, very cool. They work out incredibly well. And now we're going to see that this base is going to start getting delayed by this Overlord that decided to go ahead and it'll do a little bit of defecation and immaturity on top of that. Which is unfortunate, delays the command center, but hey, why not? If Horror can get these 5 bases up while we're seeing the 3rd base coming up for Terran, that'll be great for the economy of Horror. Or even just one of these bases survives, that's great for the economy of Horror. We have all of these mutas, I mean, all 6 of them just pushing forward, trying to be aggressive. We do have 1 Banshee in this mix, but so many Thors. 6 Thors. We have 4 Hellions out, another Hellions, couple more Hellions moving forward. So it's like 6 Hellions, 6 Thors, and unfortunately 2 Siege Tanks. Do we have 6 Marine? We have 7 SCVs. We need 1 Marine to die, an additional 4 Siege Tanks for this to be a perfect 6-6-6-6. And we need only 5 more Banshees, but we get that going, that'll be fun, and a little bit hard to deal with by Zerg. Still, these bases are going down, and we can see that Mr. Almost Goody is aware of both of those. May try and take those out. We do have all of these SCVs here. They're on auto repair. Even getting to make sure the Hellion doesn't even die. That's kind of ridiculous. But we see that Horror's gonna have to deal with a very strong army. We do have all of these spines in a single spore going down. I mean, he's fully aware of this Banshee. This base is now completed. I kind of want to see drone or like drone or something like just being built and sent down there to go get the guy. Blah blah blah. Drone built over there and sent over there in order to get that expo as like another safe alternative getting out that next base. Still, this is a huge army right now. Siege mode on all these tanks. Only need 1 more for that magical 6 number. We're going to see these spine crawlers going to go down very quickly, and Tree is going to be pushing forward a lot. We have the Zerg Cocoon getting out the Corruptor. We can see that the Greater Spire is morphing, which is a great way to deal with this. There's not that much anti-air right now for Corn or Tree. It's just these 6 Thors, which is great and all, but they don't do the most damage versus the anti-air. They just have the range. They're going to continue pushing forward, dealing damage. Now we're going to have, Bane's going to move forward. So much splash damage going to be able to be done. And look at the health of some of those Thors just drop. But there's just too much. There's just too much. We have 8 tanks now on the field. We have all these units continuing to push forward. These Overlords are there. There's 13 just sitting there. These Thors can just wreck them apart. And now we're seeing a very, very unfortunate position for Horror. His Greater Spire is almost done. It's so close to being done. Where are those? There are those Corruptors. They're not able to morph into Broodlords yet. They're just waiting to. There we go. Now we're having the Broodlords morphing, but only 4. That's not that much. Really, and we see all of these. Oh my God, these Overlords are so vulnerable. We have these Banshees that move forward, take out some of those links, but more importantly, these Broodlords are being scouted as they morph. But even if they finish, I don't know if Horror can really defend against this. There's just too much damage being done to him. This base was taken out and everything, and he's vulnerable to say the least. We even have SCVs attacking right now. Roaches are going to pop immediately and basically die once these units turn around to fight, but now we have those 4 Broodlords. That's going to be really be what could save Horror. If you can get those Thors down, we have more SCVs. Oh my God, so many more SCVs are going to be pulled forward. None of them are on auto repair. They're going to try and... No, they do not get the repair that... they're not on, and none of them are on repair. They're just SCVs that are here, not doing anything. 4 Broodlords are still alive, and Horror is taking a lead in the food count and everything. So many Broodlings are now on the field just doing damage. Now the Siege Tanks are sieged. We're going to have Mutas taking damage. We do have 1 Viking here that may actually end up dying. We have 4 Corruptors on the way, moving forward. All of these tanks that are here. There's no 3rd base here. That got taken out, probably by some Mutas or something, but do have Corruptors here. Going to target down the Vikings and the Banshees and everything, but still, Horror's got 3 Broodlords. We're going to see that those SCVs are now going to start repairing each other before they die. But these siege tanks are doing so much damage. This 3rd base is going down, but look at all those drones that are going to be saved. Even that base goes down, but the problem is the fact that such a weak economy is now present for Horror. Tree's once again taking a lead in the food count, moving forward with the 51 drones versus 39 SCVs. And now we're having all of these Broodlords getting hit by those Thors really efficiently, but now with the Roach support, these Thors are going down. So much damage is being done, and Thors are expensive units to lose. And now the food count is swinging into the favor of Horror somehow. We're gonna have those corruptors just go ahead and finish off the Banshee, but we're gonna have this hatchery thrown down. We should be having this hatchery also thrown down, and I want to see some more expansions being thrown down. Yep, that one's going down. Not this one. None of the hidden ones that are farther away are being thrown down. It seems we do have this Hellion just moving around looking for more bases, but with this base and this base coming down, they'll definitely. And there we go. The Naturals also now being taken as well. This mine's gonna be the hope of Horror right now, but he's in a rough position, seriously rough position. We can see that there's a fully functional base over here for Tree, looking solid. Income is very much in Tree's favor, like a lot in Tree's here, 2,000 to 40. 224 gas a minute, that's fine and all, but that's just because the main is out of minerals but still has gas. So we have all of these corruptors moving forward. They're going to be able to encounter some missile turrets, and that's going to be bad news bears for them. We have Vikings, we have Thors, and these Broodlords are now very vulnerable. If they get chased down, that could be unfortunate for Horror, but there are still so many Thors that are out in the field right now. These players looking solid. We've got a salvage on a bunker, and now we see even more money coming out for Tree at the moment. But we do have a drone moving forward. It's going to expand to... Oh yeah, it's going to expand directly in the face of this patrolling Hellion. So it will get seen. It shouldn't die. It should still be able to start the hatchery, but it's just going to be seen immediately, and there we go. So that's very unfortunate that's happening. Still going to have more Hellions being cleaned up. Horror's doing a nice job of trying to recover, but look at the food count. 30 food lead, or not 20 food lead count for 20 food lead count for 20 lead food count, whichever one it is. I don't even know if that's right either way, but still, we have another command center being built by Tree, doing a great job of this mech transition. You can see he's got starport with the reactor Vikings being produced to deal with those Broodlords, which would be very, very key. There are no infestors that are really out for Horror right now, which is going to hurt him a lot. He can't go ahead get those good fungals. He can't even neural parasite. He can't do any of that kind of stuff. Plus, he's down in the drone count too, 47 drones to 49 SCVs. But now we're going to have a little bit of a push in. Those are very vulnerable Broodlords. One of them gets taken out. You have all those corruptors getting hit by splash damage, hit by Vikings, and that is going to hurt so much. Right now, you see Horror pulling back. He's got one creep tumor here, providing scouting and creep for this arm. It's kind of funny looking. So this base is now taken out. We do have 2 spawn crawlers still present, but all of these roaches are going to need to be able to get those in. May not be enough of them. As you see, pushing forward of all these units, we have all roaches going to burrow. They have tongue and claws though. That's definitely something. Are they going to push in there? They're going to try and go right off, but the problem is there's +2 attack. The roaches have +2 carapace, but no attack upgrades themselves, and they're just getting evaporated by Tree. Tree may be able to go ahead and start forcing. Ooh, did it scan? No scan. Scan. I'm going to see the Unbro taking out one of those Thors very efficiently. We're going to see more. There's a scan to start working on taking down those roaches. They will actually manage to escape though and intercept reinforcements. Try and pick off these next couple of Thors that are pushing down. This Thors are actually kind of damaged. Will one fall? One should be falling. Will that fall? One. There we go. Gets the final shot. More SCVs are coming in. But look at this Thor. Mass Thor. 6 Thors are pushing in, dealing damage, trying to take out all these units. Ton of Claw roaches are still trying to defend. This base is up and running. This base is up, and actually none of them are running. They're just up. But you got all of these roaches going to move in, take out those siege tanks. Horror is trying to do everything he can to hold on, but this is not going to be his series. Not his game, I don't think. We don't know about the series. I really think it's going to be taken to a game number 5 right now. Tree is streaming in Thors upon Thors upon Thors. It's kind of weird to be able to say that and not just be silly, but we're going to see that this space is going to be taken now. Probably get a PF down there, but we're going to see pushing forward. Roaches are just happily sitting around. The problem is that this is where the army is, just attacking. Goodbye to that. We see the burrow on all of these drones. If Tree just moved down there and just did one scan and took out those drones, that would just completely solidify his victory in this game. Because right now, Horror is still holding on. He has his Greater Spire up, but he just doesn't have the economy to get those units out. He's trying to get some roaches down over here, but he needs drones. He needs to mine, and all his drones are pretty much trapped right now. His income is 0, except for some gases that are in his main that have only a couple hundred left over there. Now we have this army moving forward. We're gonna go ahead and work on taking out everything. Oh yeah, this is going down. Goodbye to all of those things. So these roaches are going to be very, very vulnerable. And if you look back here, we're having a raven being produced too for Tree. And once that comes up, no more burrowed delay tactics by Horror. It's just going to be straight up death for Horror. There are a fair amount of roaches though. They're out. Will they be enough to take out? Looks like they should be able to clean up the Thor count over here, but this is not exactly looking to be the best situation that really Horror can hope for when he has 33 food. He's continuing to lose units. Where are those drones? They're all moving over here. Looks like they actually got caught by those Thors. That's unfortunate. I'm going to move up here and try and get that down. You can see them returning minerals. Oh, they're going to keep on going straight over all of those other guys. You can see how slow they come there. Now we start getting income, but they're all these Vikings, and as GG's called, and we're going to have a deciding game number 5 after that very long, drawn-out game. So we're going to get game number 5, deciding match point, and we'll see who'll be winning Zotac.